Okay, so where are we heading? We're Tikawara. So we talked to the chieftain. Didn't really tell us much. Storage hut. Quarrel hut. So what am I supposed to be doing here? Oh, investigate the situation. Blanc necessary to complete their assignment. The first step is sailing to Tikawara. I've been promised a reward if I can resolve the matters in the Valiant Trading Company's favor. That one. That's not related to here. So, wants to impede the Valiant's progress at Pokahara. To that end, he has to find a way to render them Zadra there unstable. Blah. Elos due east of this, and the ruins are open to explore. So maybe that's where we're supposed to be going next. Let's go take a look at the shrine. See what this is up here. Bell's reliefs have been worn smooth in some places, encrusted with patina in others. Say so.
Amir's winds blow bitter today, outsider.
Talking to me? This looks like a smaller, older version of the statue outside. The wood is smooth and molted with water damage. This woman is young, but her serious manner makes her look much older. Her nose and ears are pierced in several places, and her mouth is twisted in a scowl.
More outlanders. Are your masters so desperate that they send you to plunder a starving village?
Excuse me? I think we got off on the wrong foot. Gimpy, Captain of the Defiant.
For what do you say this? To impress me? You are no different from the last ones who came through.
She shakes her head, scowling.
Outlanders conquer us with ink and paper packs as well as blades. But they conquer us all the same.
She squares her stance and grimaces. I'm only looking for Pokahara. I'm just seeking a lost Valiant expedition. I'm not here to conquer anyone. So learn to fight or read the fine print. Either will do. Are you done with the baseless accusations? I'm not here to conquer anyone.
Akira. That is what the last bunch said.
She crosses her arms and glares.
Ruanu. He collaborates with the bottom feeders who went to Pokahara for Adra riches. I warned the Valians about Pokahara, but why listen to the ignorant Huana girl? Now I remain. They are gone. Taken by the curse.
Quite a motivation, isn't it?
Akira, and it blinded the Valians as they sailed to their doom. Those who make for Pokahara are devoured by Nagati, the trickster of the seas.
Her hand strays to a coral crescent at her neck. It's pitted with age, and it looks older than her.
Forgive me for saying, but I ain't afraid of your goddess. I got a divine purpose, and so blessed protection from my god.
How comforted these outsiders must feel when they lie to themselves as well. Dark clouds surround Pokahara, and in my dreams, they swallow us all.
She looks at the statue next to her, her eyes bright with intensity. It's a good speech, and it sounds like one she's rehearsed a little too carefully. Do you really believe all that? This island is cursed. Whoever lived to tell of it. She sighs deeply, her bony shoulders rising like a vulture's wings.
We tell these stories not because they happen just so. We tell them for what they mean. Our Rangosphere makes him too trusting. He believes the Valiant traders will protect us if they settle here and mine Pokahara.
She closes her eyes and shakes her head.
So the villagers pour their sweat into the sand, building a trading post on a barren island.
do you think will happen? Seems confident that Tinkahara will draw in much trade. It might not be barren for long if you allowed coin to flow through. I see your dilemma. What do you think will happen?
If more Valians come? Akira, the same thing that has happened with every other foreigner.
She waves a gangly arm in the air.
They will kill us, rob us, enslave us. And we will be too busy building their halls and sweeping their docks to fight.
She bites her lip in a bitter frown.
Not sure if you and me be sharing the same definition of slavery, lass. But I don't think you'd be getting the particulars wrong.
He scratches behind his ear.
The pirate knows nothing of this, I say.
She looms over Seraphin and clenches her fists at her sides.
If you go to Pokokahara, I say the best thing is to destroy it for the tribe.
Her brow raises sharply as she studies your reaction.
Scuttle the boat to keep the boarders from your booty? Ain't the first time a body's had that thought.
He chuckles as he plucks a bit of lint from the fur on his forearm.
Akira, your friend sees the shape of things. When the Hydra is gone, the Valians will dig somewhere else, leaving us to point our canoes toward more welcoming shores.
When do you expect me to destroy Luminous Adra? Why do you call it Ardra? It's Adra. Knock over an Adra pillar. I do enjoy a challenge. I doubt my friends in the trading company would appreciate that. You expect me to destroy Luminous Adra?
If I knew, then I would go myself. Anything that is built can surely be destroyed, Akira. And the storms are proof of powerful magic at work. Dispel this magic, banish it, whatever needs doing.
She brushes off her palms. Do enjoy a challenge. Doubt my friends in the trading company would appreciate that. She grimaces, shaking her head slowly.
Go then. I'm done with your face.
She folds her arms and turns away. I chose the wrong thing there, I think. Just being honest. It didn't work in my favor. Oh well. So basically what she's saying, destroy the Adra, and she thinks it's better off for them because it will encourage them to go somewhere else, to better place, right? So Warren from Kora reads, a hardy but flexible material smelling of sea salt. Nobody here? Oh, there you are.
I see your feet will not let you stay in one place.
His lean face has the pale, clammy sheen of a fish belly, but he forces a smile. What do you do here?
I weave baskets and mats, strong and soft, just as my mother's cousin taught me. In the afternoon, I will go to the trading post to sell them.
Yeah, we just saw you.
Of course, all that I earn goes back to the Ranga first. This is prize share.
How do you talk to you? What does Rangi go out to the beach in the middle of the night? I don't know. Why does he go out to the beach in the middle of the night? Why does he go to the beach in the middle of the night? That's a hint about something, isn't it?
The village starves, and you hide Kowiki fruit.
I hide nothing, you bloated pufferfish. Traitor! Gathy's jaws will close around you.
Oh, he's tied up, isn't he?
Confess, Tamao, or will you let good food rot?
Young warrior's forehead is furrowed with lines and beaded with perspiration. He stands over a man bound up to a pole.
Does mine look like a full belly, idiot? Question the rest of the Raparu. We all hunger.
Every word out of the bound man emerges as an agonized wheeze. He glares up at Kumu.
Disgrace. Any other Reparu has worked 10 times in a day what you have in your life, and they do not complain.
Warrior pulls a dagger from his belt and thumbs the tip thoughtfully. Blinking, he turns to you wearing a bright, friendly smile.
Watcher, we can't just let this injustice stand. Do something, or I might.
Hands on her hips, Seraphim grins. Don't worry, I intend to. Benevolent, passionate. Give her a look. Clever. Stoic. Pipe down, Shorty. Aggressive stuff. Don't worry, I tend to.
You do? I mean, of course you do.
She grins big and brassy, unable to hide her happiness with you.
I say, this outsider speaks her mind like a Mataru.
He touches his chin and looks over Shorty before focusing his attention back to you. His expression freezes as he takes in the carapace like flesh encasing your head.
Akira, you must forgive my shock. Kith do not visit often, much less the gods.
He touches his brow and nods.
For what do you make of this hagfish, huh? Will Tamao confess if I tighten the ropes?
Gestures to the bound man. I take it he's done something wrong. You know, you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. He blinks, momentarily perplexed.
Pakeho caught this wretch stealing the last of the Koiki fruit. The tribe was to feast on it for a harvest ceremony.
I stole no Koiki, but I wish I had. I would have hid it somewhere most unpleasant.
He bares his teeth in a defiant grin.
You hear this? A second chance we give, and Tamao throws it in our faces.
He heels the blade level with Tamao's heart. He's done this before. What say you? What was this Koiki Sanome? Would make things better if I had some spare Koiki fruit on hand. Save your guilty man what's to be done. This has been done before.
Lied and stolen? Akira. When we have food, he takes more than he deserves. He steals baskets and pots, and even pilfered a spearhead from a warrior on the hunt.
Exasperated, Makumu mops his brow with the back of his hand.
I say there is no person in Tikawara who he has not wronged in some way. Maybe no person in the Deadfire.
What say you, Tamao?
I say I deserve what others have in plenty. Shade, a full belly, a moment to kneel on cool sands.
Glares up at Makumu.
We stopped being a tribe when Ruanu dragged us into the path of the outsiders. Now we can only save ourselves.
You shame us, Tamao. To return in your next life as a coconut crab would be too kind.
He stamps his foot, kicking up a flurry of dust. What was this Koiki ceremony?
We would have eaten the last of the Koiki as a tribe. This way we give our thanks to Kahopa, the eel of life.
His eyes go downcast.
Now this cannot happen. Our harvest fails because this one puts his empty stomach higher than the gods.
You would think saving the seeds might be a good idea. Is this one? This is an alchemy thing. Is it traditional to eat the whole fruit, seeds and all? I think of saving seeds might be a good idea.
This is not done.
He furrows his brow at you. Why?
To consume the fruit, seeds, and all. This is how we pray to Kahopa for bounty.
It'd make things better if I had some spare Koiki fruit on hand.
I say, missing food is not the problem. Tamao betrays the tribe, dishonors the Reparu, denies all of us Kahopa's mercy.
He winces as if ashamed to even discuss it.
And he will surely wash back into our nets as a mudfish in the next life if he does not tell us where the Koiki fruit is.
Raises his voice again, just to be certain Tamao hears it. So you have your guilty man. What's to be done?
Pikeho's word is enough to give Tamao over to the waves.
He faces the beach and touches his brow.
Better to drown as an innocent man than starve with you fools.
He spits, but without the forward momentum, it just dribbles down his chin. Kumu turns his gaze away, doing his best to ignore him.
Justice does not fill our stomachs or our hearts. It brings the gods no closer to ending this famine.
His hand strays toward his stomach. He glances out to the horizon. I owe the gods a favor. Your Koiki is as good as found. It's a good word to your Ranga's ear, and I'll consider it. Good luck with your harvest. I guess it's good as found.
Akira, you would do this? I say, our Ranga will dedicate the Feast of the Last Kawiki to your name.
Claps you on the shoulder, leaving Tamao all but forgotten.
Until the Kawiki is found, I will delight in prodding this stubborn eel for answers.
He touches the point of his dagger, his lips spreading into a broad grin.
You are free to question him and your customer, say. And Peheko, he tarries often by the beach.
Not toward the shore. Or not toward the shore. I'd like to know about the village. What's he doing?
I am a warrior, like most Mataru. Can you not tell?
He poses, standing tall and flipping his blade in his hand.
We have little reason to fight on Tikawara. Except when the fishermen drink too much of the dwarf man's liquor.
Funny thing I learned about grog back on a sorcerer. It be birthing up quarrels as often as it be burying them.
Grins, pulls the skin from his belt, and takes a swig.
But these are only small fights, not like it was on the island we left before, when the pirates, the slave...
The expression goes slack, and for several seconds his widening eyes stare blankly into some remembered horror.
But what did I say? Tikawara does not give in abundance, but there are worse things, Akira.
Know about the village.
Then you must speak with the Ranga. His lodge is at the top of the hill, past the trading post.
Talk to him already.
Nairi also knows much, but she is quiet ever since.
His eyes go wide as he catches himself. He clears his throat.
Nairi, she tends the shrine in the northwest part of town, near the statue of Ngati. Yes.
Yeah, so we're going to talk to those
you're
people.
saying you're literally a pirate of the mind? You sail in and steal people's thoughts?
Behold, lass, I'm the original psychic piratical.
Not hardly. Even I've heard about Malnage. She's a cipher like you, ain't she? Only older.
Had to dredge up my cruel rival. You should know her arsehole itches when mention being made of her.
What a nasty hex. Tell me you weren't the one that put it on her. Darn, I hope that doesn't make her itch. Hell, or that. Now I'm just making it worse. I best shut my mouth before I cause more damage.
I like your style, kid.
Okay, so can we talk to him directly? The man casts a wary glance down at you, his arms tightening weakly beneath their restraints.
I don't like this, Watcher. Is there nothing we can do to help?
Seraphid snickers quietly. Why would she snicker? Oh no, sorry, that's the blue boy, isn't it?
You look at me for what?
Or green.
To watch me shrivel up in the sun?
Maybe a trick of the light, but this man's massive, emaciated scalp does appear shriveled. He stole the last of the tribe's Koiki.
If only my brain and belly had coordinated. I say I would have tried sooner.
He glances longingly toward the hut north of the Rangas.
Pekeho hates me because I insult his puny catches of fish. All he does is weigh down his boat. For this, he accuses me.
It's your side of the story.
Pekeho says I was skulking by the drying hut north of the Ranga's home. Akira, this is so. I would have taken the Kohiki, but it was already gone.
Can you think of anyone else who might have taken it?
It is said the Roparu share one empty stomach. Blame any of them, I say.
Grimaces down at his lean frame.
The tribe drives me out like jerky because I am hated, not because I am a Kowiki thief.
Tell me about yourself.
I have seen better days than this.
Grimaces up at you.
I labor for the tribe, but our Ranga saves the best of everything for his warriors. For what does a warrior need with a full stomach when we are not at war?
He shakes his head and scowls. I had some other questions.
Then maybe you ask someone with both feet on the ground. I need to conserve my strength.
Okay. Skyward. She probably snickers because she ran out of Mars bars. Do people still eat Mars bars?
Quit your chirping. I have no fish for you. Full tides.
The fisherman lowers his head in greeting and wipes his hands on his sarong, which is malted with fish guts. He doesn't meet your gaze. Kumu says you caught Tamao stealing Koiki.
Ikira.
He pauses and stares at you with wide eyes.
Tamao was creeping around the drying hut where we stored Koiki for the ceremony, north of our Ranga's home.
He tips his head to gesture away, holding your eye contact all the while.
I grabbed Tamao by the wrist and dragged him to Makumu. We found all of the Koiki were gone. The snake brought this on himself, I say. Now Makumu will deliver him to Tangaloa's maw, where he belongs.
He nods slowly. Did you actually see Tamao with the Koiki?
Ikira, it is as I said. Tamao was near the Koiki hut.
He blinks at you.
Stuffing his face, I say. And if he will not admit it in this life, he will pay in the next one.
You think of anything that might help me find the Koiki? He shakes his head, his eyes turning downcast.
I know that Makumu wished to give the fruit to Ngati with a prayer to pull back her furious storms.
He actually told me the Koiki were for a harvest ritual. He opens his mouth to retort, but he closes it and hangs his head.
It is said the gods piss on the souls of liars before sending them back to Aora as krill. Tamao stole no Koiki.
Uh-oh.
Kahopa must have made Tamao from sand lice, because he gives nothing to the tribe, only takes.
Did you steal it? And I can see why you'd want Tamao out of the way. Tamao's the only one implicating an innocent man. Isn't the one implicating an innocent man. I suppose I'll decide what to do with this information. I can see why you'd want Tamao out of the way.
Ikira, I say Tamao is guilty even if he has no Koiki juice on his hands. He hates the tribe. Pity and charity fill his belly and shell pouch, and he has not strained a muscle to serve anyone but himself.
Balls his hands at his sides.
Knowing this does not bring the Koiki back to the drying hut, but it will help to heal the tribe.
Who will accept your retraction with Kyoki to prove it? Koiki.
No. He wants the Koiki and the guilty. So do we all, I say. I cannot say if the true thief covered their tracks, since Makumu never looked for clues.
He shrugs and calmly brushes sand off his foot.
But the drying hut? Ikira, in his sandals, this is where I would look.
Where are those Longafella faith caged?
Himwihi and the other Mataru found them when they explored the island.
He looks at the creatures with mingled trepidation and disgust. They bare their teeth in response, flies buzzing around their clouded, gunky eyes and the dull patches of their scales. Poor Murlocs.
Said maybe we train them to build. And if the soil and sea are misers here, then we eat them.
He shrugs, scratching at his incurved belly.
The swabby on the sorcerer once suggested we dine on fishman meat. Not an ant complained when Romero put him off at the next port.
His nose wrinkles. He blinks at your companion impassively, glancing toward the sea with an air of mild impatience. What can you tell me about Tikawara?
The high tide is stingy with fish, and the low tide even more so.
He points down the beach to a lonely rack strung with a few scrawny fish. So, we're supposed to go check out the storage hut, I'm guessing. If we want to continue this investigation, at least. So actual fishmen aren't going to talk to us, so it looks like. What happens if we set them free? That'd be funny, I bet. Running.
Leave it to me.
So don't actually go into the hut, it looks like. So it's out here. Lockpicks, obsidian small. So, deal? We drove it. Yeah, sure.
Keeping quiet.
Nobody saw it happen. Didn't happen. Okay, so the reeds that we found out here, I think they're related to Thing, right? What time is it? 18th hour. So our little friend, that little hint that they gave us, goes out to the beach at late night, right? The seasoned fish-faced woman rests her elbow on the drum like it's the only thing keeping her upright. Now she pounds the hide skin, the percussion, no more effort than a sigh. She opens her eyes as you approach. What do you do here? Tipping her head to the side, her mouth curves up in a cautious smile. She touches her brow with 2 fingers, then she gives the drum a pair of playful taps. That may have been an introduction. You know anything about the tribe's missing Koiki? Don't you speak? A deep wrinkled scar traces a winding path down her neck. She tilts her head to the side and beckons you to look closer. Angle and shape look like the mark of a boar's tusks. She raises one finger and points down to the dried hoof knotted to her belt. And then she makes a gesture, pulling back and releasing a bowstring several times in rapid succession. Grinning, she snaps her fingers and leans once more against the drum with a satisfied sigh. Tap on the surface of the drum. You play a short, hesitant beat. She bites the inside of her cheek and considers before drumming a quick response with her knuckles. Then she beats a harder, faster rhythm and steps back, grinning at you. Play something together. Blah blah, moderate positive. She places a hand on her hip, skeptical as you start to build up a rhythm. Eventually she bobs her head and smiles a little wider. She eases in closer, your shoulders touching, and beats on the drum fast enough to build tempo without outpacing you. Her rhythm response changes the tune, introducing complexity while keeping the spirit of the original alive. She closes her eyes and sways in place. The flow of her movements make the beat look effortless, but her arms are a constant blur. In the village below, heads begin to bob, furrowed brows momentarily relax. Finally, she breaks the rhythm and steps back, shaking out her arms and sucking in deep breaths. She tips her head to you, gratitude and recognition mingling with her exhaustion. You know anything about the tribe's missing Koiki? Frowning, she sweeps her hand out to gesture at the entire village at once. She shrugs. Then her hand wanders toward her belly. She sighs through her nose. What do you do here? Exaggerating her movements, she shields her eyes and scans the horizon. Then she points off at the distance, kicks her legs up with youthful glee, and pretends to pound on the drum with wild, enthusiastic beats. Shrugging, she lets her hand fall to her side once again. Well, what did that, other than a rep thing? Fruits. Okay, investment of fruit around the village. More about talking to Tom Kanko, whatever, admitted that Tomo did not steal the Koiki. He mentioned that the fruit once kept in a drying hut north of the Renga's home. Retains his innocence. But there was nothing up there. There was nothing up here. Did you pick up the reed? I did pick up the reeds on the ground. I'm guessing that's going to be related to the guy who makes the baskets. Of course, he's not in here now. So he's either examine it. Oh, examine it. What am I supposed to examine it for? Now I gotta find it, though. Blah, the material's flexible form giving... Oh, I already knew that. Oh. It's stained. Ah. How's that help me, though? It's stained by some sort of juice. So how does that help? Not a dude in recognition, he sighs and rolls his head to the side, waiting for you to speak up.
Then maybe you ask someone with both feet on the ground. I need to conserve my...
Okay, what about you?
Yes. Hello. Whatever you need, I can help.
He speaks with the false poise of someone who spends a lot of time practicing in front of the mirror. I found this guy read outside of the hut. He was lying. Tamao didn't steal the Koiki.
What say? But can who speak through a false blowhole?
He narrows his eyes.
Prove it. Show me the real traitor.
He opens his arms, gesturing to the surrounding huts. Not have any hard evidence yet.
Do not waste my time, I say.
He folds his arm and frowns. I found this reed outside the hut.
Akira, curious.
He tips his head with mild interest.
This is a weaver's material, but I say it is everywhere in Tikawara.
He sweeps out his arms to encompass the entire village. Yeah, we know who it is. It's just a matter of finding him down by the waterside, right? He's not here. There's nobody there.
I've got it.
Small crustaceans skitter across the rocks in the tide pool.
Why not?
Hagfish. Nobody saw that, right? So where'd Mr. Basket Boy go? He was here. First saw him. He's doing stuff here.
For what do you linger here? The village is much too quiet.
Doesn't help me. I was in the house, though. No, he wasn't here when we came back. When we first checked here, he wasn't here. Like 5 seconds
I see
ago.
your feet will not let you stay in one place.
His lean face has the paled, clammy sheen of a fish belly, blah, blah, blah. Do you know anything about the missing Koiki fruit? I found this girl outside the Koiki hut. Used to weaving, correct?
Akira,
He blinks at the reed in your hands.
it must have come undone from a basket or a mat. These things happen, I say.
Tamao isn't a weaver, is he?
Tamao? He has a spider's craftiness, but no skill for its art. Besides, that is quarry work.
His flares his nostril nods. Intimidate. Bluff. Questions.
I do not stop you from asking.
Do you know anything about the missing Koiki fruit?
Only that Tamao was slept like a fat tortoise, while the rest of us chew on reeds to fool our bellies.
He folds his arms.
Akira, no one could be less surprised. Tamao had this coming.
Pekeho admitted that he lied about it. You don't seem particularly upset. He lied.
For what do you come to me then?
He furrows his brow and sniffs.
Guilty or no, being tossed to the waves is what Tamau deserves. I have no tears for him. He complained until the Ranga gave him my finest mats, and then left him out for the sport of beasts. Let the gods sort him.
Rangi's lip curls back, but he holds his composure steadily. So even if Tamao is innocent, you don't care.
The tribe has challenges enough without Juana eating from each other's plates.
Layering his nostrils, Rangi glances away from you.
You overstep for a stranger, an outsider. I say you should go back to the shore that welcomes you.
He turns away and says no more. Oh, you look awfully guilty. He's restless. He's very restless because he's guilty.
I see your feet will not let you stay in one place. I weave baskets and mats. In the afternoon, of course, all that I earn goes back to the Ranga first. This is prize share.
I would have never made it
Having
as an
some
investigator.
disturbing dreams.
I'm not again.
Makes it hard to sleep.
That it? We interrupted our little travel time for that.
Yes. Hello. Whatever you need, I can help.
This isn't helping me. Fisherman Bubba contacted him stealing. Who wants the rest of the missing found? More by talking to Echo. Talk to him a little bit more. Really dismissive. It might be worth keeping an eye on him. How many eyes do I need to keep on him?
I see your feet will not let you stay. I weave baskets and mats. In the afternoon, of course, all that I earn goes back to the Ranga first. Ikira. We trust in our... The Mataru get the best of all. And then the Kwaru. Mukumu sees to it. The Tamau...
Yeah, 21, so is it 9? Keeps going to the beach at night. Actually, it wasn't one of them. It was somebody else that we randomly saw. We walked by here on the street that said that. It actually wasn't somebody we actually really talked to. We saw it as we walked by people on the street. Question is where? I mean, there's not a big beach here, so. Oh. Who are you? What are you doing here? Spoke with the queen. When will she expel whatever? It's this way. Or not. Oh, abandoned car, something. Tried Koiki free. Ta-da. No, it's another cat. Because, you know, we need more cats.
I know.
Peter. Damage from area effect attacks grants pet. Stuff. Once the intellect and enemy weapon attacks against you, party will crit less frequently. Peter and Miri. So the damage is insane. No, wait a minute. It's not. So we get an intellect bonus. Is that the cat we just picked up? I don't think so. It is a cat we just picked up. So the cats. Okay. So now who do I go back to talk to? To Makumo. Found the stolen fruit. So many stray animals and no real tools to get rid of them. Tools being, butcher, or not butchers, cleavers. Yeah, cleavers.
Yes. Hello. Whatever you need, I can help.
I found a bunch of koiki fruit buried by the shore.
Hidden from all the sand crabs and liars, I say.
He shows his teeth to Tamao.
Ikira, that is no work of mine. Though I want to see you lose a finger to the crabs, digging up the rest.
He laughs in spite of himself, his teeth red with dried blood.
I say I'm beyond finished. For this, I'll feed you to Ngati myself.
He sheathes his dagger and advances on Tamao. Is this really necessary?
With respect, it is not for you to question how I protect the tribe and appease the gods.
Turns a severe look to you.
Unless you think someone else is to blame.
As you say, the gods must be appeased. I don't know who did it, but I'd like to investigate further.
For what do you meddle in?
He trails off and sheathes his dagger with a hard slap.
Tomorrow goes nowhere. The gods are patient, I say.
Dismisses you with a steely-eyed look. So, this guy. But we have no proof.
I see your feet will not let you stay in one place. I weave baskets and mats. In the afternoon, I will go to the trading post. Of course, all that I earn goes back to the Ranga first. This is prize share, Ikira. We trust in our Ranga to the Mataru get the best of all, and then the Kwaru. The Raparu share what is left among themselves. I weave back in the afternoon, of course. Ikira, what's it?
I guess he wouldn't know that's been removed, right? I'm guessing he goes out there every night to eat the fruit. You would think. So we think midnight?
Dim in the lantern.
Eight. Oh, it's not. There we go.
For what do you follow me?
He keeps his hands at his sides, breathing heavily all the while. If you're looking for a Koiki, I already gave it to Makuma. You seem awfully nervous. Something the matter? I'm just taking a stroll. Sorry to bother you. Seem awfully nervous. Something the matter?
Can a weaver not soak his feet in the cool sand?
No.
Our village has troubles, Akira. I go here to set mine afloat on Ngati's back.
He nods to indicate the peaceful lappings of waves. Come on, I can tell you're up to something.
If you will not leave me alone, then I go.
He raises his brows and studies you.
All this noisy tarrying exposes us to hungry Lavufath.
He begins to trek back to the village, glancing once over his shoulder. I can pick his pocket. Yeah, I'm not done talking to you yet.
I see your feet will not let you stay in one place.
What do you do here?
I weave baskets in the afternoon, of course. All that I earn go Akira. The Mataru get the best of all. And then the Kwaru.
So did I screw up? I had my chance to accuse him and I didn't do it. And now we kind of know, don't we?
Yes. Hello. Whatever you need, I can help.
Rongi stole the coat. Hey, Bob's dagger bobs in his hand. He's pinch glare hovering on Tamao.
Akira, this is true? Why would Rongi do this?
He kept a winky for himself and paid for my silence. I don't know. Why don't you ask him?
Rongi gave up his words when he stole from the tribe. His voice is silenced to me. 2 traitors, but only one deserves death this day.
Resolved, Makumu nods to himself and presses his lips together. Without another word, he passes you some bottles and shells. Major positive, though. So what did he give us? Experience? Some bottles and shells. Okay, well, I think we're done in there for now. What else are we supposed to be doing here, though? So this is just going over to Pokakahara, I think is next, from what I can tell from this stuff. There was only quest here in the town, I think. Oh, now we get to go walk around. Okay, on foot. Just to the east. You're going to the east, but they're talking about on the water, though, aren't they? But there's all kinds of stuff on this island. You see, there's all kinds of stuff here. Something about the curve of the path ahead of you gives you pause. With the obscured sight lines, you recognize this is a good site for an ambush. At the same time, you don't hear anything out of the ordinary. Actually, you don't hear anything at all. No hum of insects, no rustling of animals. Even the air is still. Continue cautiously forward. Go on ahead, Seraphim. See first, after all. Investigate your surroundings. Must it do it? Perception stuff? Oh, survival too. We'll send in Ader. He should be fine, right? Success. As you move forward,
Hey,
carefully
Goofy,
forward.
it is time to take a break.
Let her do her thing.
This break supports the purchase of Rocket's treats. If you would like to help Rocket feel like a puppy again, please visit gimpyknee.com/support or type !treats in chat, or you can watch the ads during the break. Thank you.
Yeah,
Your next break is in 1 hour.
When did these happen? Anyway, as you move carefully forward, you spot a massive Lagafeth slinking through the wild growth. Even crouched, the wilder towers among the tropical trees, and it wears a bleached skull on its head. Sneak closer to observe. Sneaky, sneaky. We don't have much sneaky, do we? Failure, of course. Your eyes meet its, holding the cold, unblinking stare for a heartbeat. With a gargled yelp, the wilder abandons any attempt at subtlety and leaps to attack. Failure. Stealth Tech 8 versus Soul Slicer Stealth 7. So it's just... So it need to be 8? Is that what it was? Shit. You alone? Guess that's good for us. Down. I'll knock him down. Oh, this is going to be a little tough at 3 skulls. Great. Sit back and shoot him. Leg. We'll hit him with that. He needs a lot. Her. Oh, yeah. Scatter his brains a little bit, hopefully. Soul Eater.
Supposed to happen.
Let's do this.
So he's taking damage. Not sure he's going to be doing much, but he's taking damage. Product Lance, blast with that. You haven't hit with that yet. Oh, she's standing back shooting, isn't she? But sure, she did her spell, so that works. A little bit closer.
After
Accuracy and stuff for defense. Let's do defense. Shooting him.
another attack, Cap.
Mow it.
Why are you going after Soul? Soul didn't do anything wrong. Look at this book that hides their presence for a short time.
On it.
Ow. What the hell? The lance bounced off of it? Is that what happened? Misses. Reflected. That's great. Gimpy didn't like standing up anyway. That's not a good thing. That again.
Feet, sailor. This thing isn't doing the job. Let's go.
There we go. That wasn't too bad. Fine club. Stuff.
My eyes are peeled.
Find the stuff we need to find. Open the bombers' lives. An item. Brass bell.
To see and not be seen.
On it.
So nothing? Wasn't very rewarding. Okay, so I do need to take a break. I need to get up, stretch my legs, get some water, go console Rocket a little bit because Mrs. Gimpy's not here at the moment, visiting her dad. So, gonna get up, stretch my legs, like I said, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. Be back shortly. Enjoy the dog video.